Welcome to the Boat Dealer Profits Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Sellhorst, the author of the book Boat Dealer Profits and founder of the Boat Dealer Profits Marketing Agency, where we're committed to helping family-owned boat dealerships just like you sell more boats, make more money, and have more fun. Today, we've got an exciting episode for you. We're going to be talking about digital marketing 101. We're going to get into Google, Facebook, and more for boat dealers and manufacturers. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is there is so much waste going on in the digital marketing world in money spent that is not getting the results that it should be, not using some just basic things to avoid waste. And there's also a lot of opportunity of people in the boating industry not utilizing the proper tools for digital marketing and not using the correct strategy. So we're going to stick at a very high level, but I'm going to give you some key areas where you may be wasting. I'm going to give you some key areas to consider if you're not using. I'm going to give you some resources that anybody can use, and I'm going to try to speak in just plain old English. So I'm going to try not to use CPC, SERP. I'm not going to try to use this language, the secret language that digital marketers use. I'm going to try to break it down in an easy way. So our episode today is brought to you by, as you would expect, Boat Dealer Profits Marketing Agency and our new digital marketing checklist. You can get that at boatdealerprofits.com/digital checklist. So you can go check that out. And let's start with just defining each one. Google Ads, and I'm gonna within Google, I'm gonna give you all of the options that they have available. So we're gonna start with Google Ads. So they've changed it from Google AdWords to Google Ads. That's the overarching term, and where you log in to get access to everything. Now within Google Ads, you can do the AdWords. Now the AdWords are ads that are just 2 or 3 lines of text, a call to action. They typically come up when you search. You type in a search, boats for sale, into Google, and then there's usually one listing up top and maybe a couple at the bottom of the listing, but it's a portion of Google Ads that is limited. But here's the advantage to the Google AdWords section, these all copy ads, is if they're going in and they're searching for boats for sale, they're searching for boat dealers in your certain area, it's a pretty high likelihood that they're on that educational spectrum of a boat buyer. So when you look at it, it can be more expensive from a cost per click standpoint, from an overall investment, but it can also be a highly targeted source. I'm going to get into a little bit more, but there's also Google display ads. Google display ads are typically image ads that as you're on the Google display network, which is about 97-98% of the ads that you see as you're surfing around the internet. So if you're at your local news station, if you're at boattrader.com and they're showing ads, those may be on the Google display network. If you are at just reading an article that you came across, if you're at Forbes.com, if you're at thewholetruth.com, any of those ads that you see that they're kind of like banners, or I call them digital billboards that are out there, those are likely on the Google Ads network, the display network. Google Ads also encompasses YouTube ads. So if you watch any of those video ads, or you watch a YouTube video and it plays a 30-second snippet before you can watch the video, and you can skip it after you watch it for the first couple of seconds, those video ads can be done within the Google Ads framework. And then you have the retargeting and remarketing. That's tech speak for Facebook and Google. The ads that can follow you around if you take a certain action on the website. So let's say you go to boatdealerprofits.com. You go to my website, and I'm gonna track that you've been to my website, and then you'll likely see some ads that follow you around. Some of them are branding ads. Maybe they're a testimonial. Maybe they're something nice that a dealer said about me. Maybe it's a podcast that you're seeing. that has a lot of engagement, that's gotten a lot of positive feedback, or maybe it's an offer to join one of my programs, to take a look at our digital marketing services, to join our mastermind group. But those ads you may see following you around, and I can trigger them because you've been to my website, and then I can put other parameters around. So those are the ads that are available on Google. Let's talk a little bit more detail about each one, and how they can be used, where they can be used, and how to avoid waste on each of them. So let's start with the Google AdWords. So they're the search engine marketing, where you type in something into the Google search bar and there's an ad that pops out specifically because of what you searched. Now, I'm going to give you, just to give you a clue as to the type of traffic that's available, is if you just search boats for sale, and you can go to, within Google Ads, you have to have an account, but there's a free tool called the Keyword Planner. So you can go to the Keyword Planner and you can just type in search terms, what you think people are searching for the type of boats that you sell. And the first one, the kind of the highest level, is boats for sale, right? Boats for sale, there's no qualifiers of what type of boats, new, used. There's no qualifier for geographic location. There's no qualifier for brands. There's no qualifier for anything. But 368,000 searches per month for boats for sale, okay? Now, if we go a level down, if we say used boats for sale, that number goes to 40,500. Now, if you look at the cost of boats for sale, the cost per click, you only, on the Google AdWords with those text ads, you only pay if somebody actually clicks that ad and ends up at your website. So those ads, the cost per click is around 25 cents per click for boats for sale. Now, this is an estimate. Your area may be different. It's all based on who's bidding to have their ad shown in your particular area for that particular keyword, okay? If you look at used boats for sale, the number goes down and the cost goes up. So it's a cost per click of 68 cents. And this is in my market area where I am, in the Carolinas. The competition for that ad is pretty high for used boats for sale. Now, if you go and you say, okay, well, I'm in Charlotte, which is the main metropolitan area by me. If you typed used boats for sale Charlotte, North Carolina, or Charlotte, NC, there's about 90 searches per month. The cost per click is 2.24. So I know there's several dealers in my market area that use Google AdWords. And so that click for that more specific lead, that more specific click is a much higher, but the quality is much greater, okay? So you can also not only go down into the geography in the search, but you can also say, well, what if we say pontoons for sale? Well, that has 1,400 searches, and the average cost per click is 0.73, so 73 cents, and that's a highly competitive word as well. But if you go to Bennington pontoons for sale, the search numbers drop down, the cost per click goes up, and the competitiveness of that term goes down just a little bit. Bennington being one of the major brand names in that category, it still has a highly competitive rank. So you can go into this keyword tool and you can get a sense for what's being searched, how often. Now, where the waste comes in is people say, oh, we offer all types of boats, so we're gonna have boats for sale is our major term that we search on. We're not going to put any qualifiers around it, and there's some details about how you tell Google what words you want to search for. You can make it a broad match, which means anything that's even close to boats for sale, I want to bid on it. You can give it a general match, which is it could be boats for sale or boat sale, anything that's really close. You can search for it that way, and you can bid on it that way. Or you can be an exact match where I only want to show up if somebody searches boats for sale, spelled exactly that way, and you can do it that way. So that's one area where people get have a lot of waste is they don't use the exact search parameters, and they open themselves up considerably. The other area that there's waste is they don't use negative keywords. So if you're going to bid on the term boats for sale, and you only offer, let's say, towboats. So you're exclusively a towboat dealer. So you offer Mastercraft or Nautique or Taiga or what Supra, whatever it is, and that's all you offer. Well, you don't want all the people that are searching for the others, so you want to use some negative keywords in there. They're going to avoid you getting people searching for things that aren't the type of boats you offer. You may want to use a negative keyword like trailer. You don't necessarily want boat trailers for sale. Those leads are not very good for you. You may get a lot of clicks, but they're not clicks that are going to lead to the sales that you're looking for. Those negative keywords can really make your ad effective, because the way Google sells their inventory is they say, listen, you don't necessarily have to be the highest bidder for us to show your ad. What we want you to be is the most likely to be clicked and have a high bid to show your ad. So they've got a crazy algorithm, a formula that runs in the background that says, okay, we've got these 20 people that potentially would like to show their ad to this search, right? We can show the highest bidder, but if nobody clicks, we don't get paid, because you only pay if the searcher clicks on your ad. So what Google has said is we can make more money if we show somebody with a good bid for the click and an ad that gets clicked on a higher percentage of time. One way to bump up that percentage of time you get clicked on is by making sure your ad and the search match up exactly. So using the negative keywords can really boost up your click-through rate, which is the percentage of times that the ad's shown to the times that the ad is clicked. And that click-through rate may be less than 1% in most cases. It could be when you get really good at that, and you use a lot of keywords and you've got your text copy really locked in, and you do a great job with the ads. Now you can get your click-through rate up and the cost per click down. There's a relationship there. And using all of those things, the negative keywords, using the right copy in your text are key. And then the other thing where waste comes in is you are in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you say you don't put a geographic limiter on it, because getting somebody to click on your ad that's in California when you're in North Carolina really doesn't do a lot of good. Yeah, you may have delivered a boat to somebody in California and you may have made sales there, but the likelihood of that person clicking on your ad and costing you 25 cents to $1, in my little examples here, my $3.25 is the most expensive cost per click in my little test list that I pulled up to do this. But you don't want to spend $1 or $3 for somebody in California to click, because they're not your highest probability prospect. You want to use your market area, and Google knows this based on where the click's coming from and all of the information that they have on their users that are using the Google search tool. You want to make sure that you limit your geography. I had one dealer that I talked with that they had no idea that the marketing company that they had hired, their digital company that they had hired, were not using that. We're not using that geographic location. They were in Florida. I was in North Carolina, and I'm seeing their ads. And he said, why? Why would you be seeing it? Well, the fact of the matter is that not all digital marketing companies understand how to do that, or they're not motivated to limit the cost per click, to limit the geographic range because of the way that they're compensated. Not the case for everybody, but it is a major factor when we do evaluations, when we're working with clients, as we see some of those some things that, like, man, you're wasting 20% of your budget because of the waste that you have that could be improved. Okay, so use that Google Keywords Planner. You can get into it. Google's always changing things. I'll tell you how it looks now, but if you go into your Google Ads account, and up in the top kind of right portion, there's a little wrench that says Tools. You click on Tools, and then in the far left, there's a planning section, and the keyword planner is there. You can click on that keyword planner, and you can get estimates. Just type into your keywords, and you can kind of sort through and see what the competition looks like, what the search volume looks like. Now, you will find, so I also did an example of a Bennington G25 for sale. That has 0 searches, but there is likely a handful of those searches happening for very specific models. Now, the volume is very low, but the quality of those searches is very high. If somebody's looking for a very specific model, that may be something that, hey, it's not going to result in a lot of clicks, but those are high value clicks. And if you are not showing up in the organic search results, everything below the paid ads, if your dealership or you don't have something showing up there, you may want to consider bidding on those, or you may not, depending on the structure of everything else that you have going in the digital world. Okay, so the last thing I want to mention on Google Ads for the AdWords portion is when you set your ads up, you can also set up additional alternatives for people to click in addition to just the copy of the ad. This can also increase your click-through rate, reduce your cost per click, and make your ads more profitable and more effective. And that's by using the extensions, where you can put additional calls to action in addition to the main ones. So you may have something like apply for loan for pre-approval, trade evaluation, click to call the dealership, and you only want to do that during the business hours that you're open, or that you're manning your phones, depending on if you have somebody that's on responsible for year-round 24/7 phone support. And there's some services that do that can be very valuable. But you can set up those different calls to actions in those extensions, and that can be very, very valuable. Also, when you have the click to call option, it will not only track the phone calls that you receive, but it will also record the phone calls for you, and you can see how well your salespeople are utilizing the leads that they're getting. So does somebody call in and they don't capture their name and phone number and their email address? Do they invite them in to inspect the boat, to take the sale to the next step? How do they handle that call? Because if you're spending money on advertising, on marketing to drive traffic and to drive opportunity, you want to then make sure that your sales team and your staff are maximizing the ability on that, maximizing the profit on that with their sales skills and their ability. It's one of the additional benefits that we offer is not only do we do the digital marketing, but we also do the training on how to follow up, sales training, and the total result, because none of this stands alone. Marketing doesn't stand alone. Marketing and sales are, in my mind, very, very much connected, and everything must be working to get the most out of your marketing, to get the most out of your sales training, to get the most out of leads. So that's the AdWords portion. Seems like a lot, but it's one of the reasons why having a professional help you that understands this, that can structure the ads the right way, that know how to read the analytics, know how to read the results, and adjust accordingly. And it's not a quick fix. It's not okay, we got our AdWords going and now we are doubled our production. It's a improvement over time because of the tracking, but it is definitely, you have to have enough data go through, enough opportunity that it's going to take a season or two to really get this dialed in, and you have to make a long-term commitment to do the AdWords. Our clients that have taken a short-term approach have gotten results, but not nearly as strong of results as they could get when they take that long approach. So let's look at the Google Display Network, Google Display Ads. These are the image ads that they may have some copy on, but they're more of a billboard that you see. Now, these can be based off searches, historical searches, and websites that people have visited. So you can say, all right, I'm looking for people that are in the market to buy a boat. That's who I want to show these digital ads to. If you are a dealer that has a variety of boats available, you have bow riders and pontoons and fishing boats and center consoles, and you have tow boats, and you have jet boats, and you have everything, that may be a valuable option to use some of those abilities to segment who the viewers or who is going to see these ads. They're excellent for showing your inventory. Hey, these are the boats we have. They're also excellent for showing events, for teasing events that you have and getting good traffic to your events. But the best, in my opinion, one of the best ways is to use those display ads in the retargeting, where somebody has been to your website and now you're going to follow them around the internet as they're searching with your brand. One of the things that has been proven time and time again is that consistency and persistency of message builds the value in the buyer's mind. So if they're seeing you everywhere and your message is consistent and clear, the value that you deliver in their mind goes up. Okay, just because you're more consistent, you're more persistent. So I love it for that. We'll talk about the retargeting just a little bit more. So that's display ads. The waste in display ads, again, it goes back to geography. It goes back to showing it to people that aren't a high-level prospect for you. And you can use some of the negative listings in the display ads as well to say, okay, we don't want these people to see it. And geography is the big one. Make sure you're not showing it too far outside of your market area. If you have tight market area restrictions with your manufacturers, make sure that you're honoring that and using the geographic ability as well. YouTube video ads. YouTube video ads are something that I think is going to be very powerful. We don't have a lot of clients using these right now, but as we're developing good videos for clients and figuring this this tool out, it's getting really, really exciting. We've got some testing going on right now, but these are the ads that they come up before the video plays. So you click on the video that you want to see, and then this video ad plays. You're watching a video and it pauses and it shows an ad in the middle. The in-video ads. They're becoming very exciting because it's kind of a newer frontier where Google, which owns YouTube, is putting more focus on the opportunity and the inventory availability to show ads within videos, and more of their searches are ending up leading to a video. So Google's saying, hey, we can make more money if we monetize these videos better, and so they're increasing inventory, and right now it's a very inexpensive source the way they have the pricing set. On some of them, you can watch up to 29 seconds of a video before you get charged. So the cost for these is done several different ways, but you've got to have the right messaging. You've got to understand the environment that these videos are being shown, so that you can match up the style, the messaging to improve your level of success versus being a waste and detracting from your brand and your level of success. But it certainly is a great way to stand out. It certainly is a great way to build a relationship when you do it the right way. And then my favorite of all of these is the retargeting ads. The retargeting and marketing that you can do on Google and Facebook. When somebody comes to your website, you can then follow them around with these ads. And because you know they've been to your website, the waste goes virtually down to zero. Because not only have they been to your website, but you can also place other parameters on them, like their geography and their other interests, and say, we only want to show these in these situations. And now you can have your messaging, and that persistency and the consistency of your message and your brand being out there can be very high. And you get the benefits even if they don't click on it. So depending on how you set it up, it could be a cost per thousand, it could be a cost per click model, which means that you could be charged every time it shows, or you could be charged every time it's clicked, depending on how you structure it. But those are great. You can upload your prospect list and your client list, and you can say, I want these people to see the ads. Now, in order to do that, you have to have at least 1,000 people in that list. That's Google's number. But you can do things like a lookalike audience and say, I want you to go out and find more of these people. This is an area that manufacturers have the advantage because they've got everybody that's bought their boat. They can even break it down into models, depending on how big the manufacturer is. but there's some pretty interesting opportunity for manufacturers. If you're a manufacturer listening to this, and you're trying to figure out the digital marketing, you need to reach out, because it's an opportunity that you have a tremendous advantage, that you could drive a lot of opportunity for your dealer network, and even increase your dealer network, adding a couple dealers in areas that you don't have good coverage. There's some pretty cool strategies you can use with this tool, with this remarketing, that most people that aren't in the industry don't consider, but because this is what we specialize in and this is what we do every day, there are some things that pop out to us, and that we can do strategically that wouldn't even be on other people's radars. So anyway, that's the Google network. Now let's jump over to Facebook. Facebook, the way that most people think of Facebook is, oh, we're on Facebook, we post, and we get some Facebook reviews, and we get engagement, and that's how they look at Facebook. That's fine, but it's becoming more and more difficult to use Facebook in that way. Facebook is saying, listen, we've got a limited inventory, right? That news feed where we're showing your ads, we can't continue to let businesses just show their messages for free. We appreciate you building your lists and building your fan base and your following and doing all the stuff that we've told you to over the years. We really appreciate it. It's helped build Facebook to where it is, but now you got to pay to play. You've got to actually pay to boost your post for it to get seen. Otherwise, only a handful of your most engaged people, your most loyal followers are going to see any of it. Well, guess what? Those people are going to work with you regardless. Everything else that you do in your business. So I don't like the idea of spending more money on Facebook to continue that relationship. I would rather use my resources differently to maintain and build the relationships with them on a personal level, those loyal followers, and use my ad budget, my marketing spend to drive in those that are on the fringes and that don't know us yet. So with Facebook, the boosted posts are becoming almost necessary to get your content in front of people, unless you just have some outstanding content that, and then you have to ask, is that outstanding content leading to people that giving us money, or is it leading to people making comments and sharing it with friends and getting a chuckle, but not necessarily the folks that are going to spend money with us? So you've got to figure that out. It's likely just posting information is not going to be the most effective. Although I'm still a big proponent of posting your delivery photos and posting your inventory, tagging people in the post. That's the key, is tagging people that took delivery of the boat, tagging people that may have an interest in a particular boat, and getting some engagement that way. I believe the referrals and the success that comes from that is still well worth it. On Facebook, though, where the real success has been lying for our clients is using video ads, using video on Facebook. Facebook Live is still one of the free ways to get engagement, doing Facebook Live videos, doing them the right way within the framework that we teach in the Splash system is what's getting the best results versus just doing videos, doing Facebook Live videos like I see a lot of people doing. But video ads work excellent in the Facebook platform, because when you do the targeting right and you avoid the waste that can easily happen on Facebook, it's real easy to waste hundreds and thousands of dollars on Facebook by being too broad and not using the AI, the artificial intelligence, to your advantage. And the Facebook videos are one interesting and cool way to do that. But the most effective and the easiest thing to do on Facebook is to use the image ads and the carousel ads. When you do it right and you get into the back end of Facebook and actually run ads and not just boosting posts, and you use the Facebook Business Manager and the ads, I think it's Ads Manager now is what it's called, but you use that back end tool specifically designed for running ads, what you'll find is that your ability to target geography and precise geography, still right now you're able to do it. This may change in the future. Interests, and then exclude interests and likes that are gonna throw people out that would buy your type of boat. So again, I'll give an example because it's a profound one. When we work with our clients that offer a certain category of boat, so let's say they offer pontoons. Well, when we do the targeting, we're going to focus on pontoons, but we're going to exclude those people that are interested in surf boats. We're going to exclude people that are interested in cruisers. We're going to exclude people that are interested in sailboats and other surrounding categories. And recently, and digital marketing is ever changing. That's why it's important to work with somebody that focuses on it, understands the marine industry, because as you get into the interests, as you get into that, you can find some ancillary products to exclude and to add into your targeting, so that you narrow down the people that are looking at that ad, that you're paying to see that ad, and you're eliminating all the waste. The people that would see it and maybe click on it, but have no intention of buying the products that you sell. So, there's like things like for us, when we work with towboat dealers, not only do we use the other brands of towboats, and Facebook is always expanding that list and adjusting it. I don't know what their reasoning or how they're making their decisions, but recently it's been expanded. So you're able to segment smaller and smaller slices and say, okay, if you're interested in Ronex surfboards, you're a good prospect. You're probably a really good prospect. If you like Ronex, or you like the other Hyperlight, or whatever the other boards are, if you are focusing on fishermen and you're offering fishing boats, well, then you would exclude the people that like those surf brands and the surfboards, because there's likely no overlap. And you really, as one of my guides that years ago taught me the Facebook strategies that I've built on in the marine industry, is you want to stereotype. You want to stereotype as you're doing these, so that you can eliminate that waste and you can speak directly to the people that are going to actually give you money, not necessarily the people that are going to like and give it a thumbs up and give it a funny comment. You're looking for people that are going to give you money. And that's even for a larger dealer that's looking to sell 200-300 boats a year, that's only 300 people you need to find. You don't need a million to see the ad. You just need to find those right 300, or those right 100, those right 50, those right 1,000, depending on the size of your dealership. Okay. Those negative attributes, those exclude feature as you're working in Facebook are key. They're really, really important. And virtually, when I analyze a Facebook ad account, a client that comes on that we've done or that has been doing their own ads, or has somebody else doing the ads for them, almost always we can find areas where they're wasting money, and just like Google says, well, we only have a limited amount of resources. So not only is it based on the cost that you're willing to spend per click, but also the relevancy. And Facebook is even more conscious of the relevancy, because they know if they're showing ads that people aren't interested in, people are going to go off the platform quicker. They're going to get frustrated, and they're going to go to the next social media wonder that's going to be coming at some point in the next 5 years. There's going to be a new social media tool, unless Facebook is smart enough to evolve. So if your ad isn't getting good engagement and getting clicked and being viewed by the right people, it's going to be ineffective. It's going to cost more than it should have, and it's going to get less results. So all of these things, it's not the strategy. It's not doing a Facebook ad that's key. It's doing a Facebook ad and getting all those little nuances right, including the image, including the copy that you use on the ad, including the call to action, including the targeting, and including where do you send that traffic. Do you just send it to your website? Well, then you're not going to probably get the results that you could be getting. Or do you send it to a specific page that you thought out in advance that this is the right page, or even develop a page, which is what we do a lot of times to generate the end result that you're looking for. And then the retargeting and remarketing, where you're following people around on Facebook that have been to your website. You're following people around on Facebook that you have their email address and their contact information because you got them at a boat show. They've been into your dealership. They've submitted a lead on Boat Trader. Somehow or another, you captured their contact information, and you say, here, these people we also want to follow around. And then the lookalike audience, where you say, okay, Google, or okay, Facebook, here's everybody that bought a boat from us. We want you to find other people that are similar to them, because if those people bought a boat from us, other people similar to them will likely buy a boat from us. And Facebook has over 400,000 attributes on every user. Let me say that again. They have over 400,000 attributes of a user. So they know my age, they know I'm male, female, they know where I live, they know what websites I visited, they know what I like, they know what I engage with on Facebook, but they also know what websites I visit outside of Facebook. They also know my habits over a period of time. If I've got the Facebook app, they also know where I go in the world, my GPS location in the actual world, where my feet land. They know who my friends are, and they know what they like, so they know what social circle I'm in. They know what my job is. They know what my employer is. They know what level. They have a pretty good sense of my income based on that. They know what where I've checked in. They know all of this stuff, and then they also buy data from outside sources. This is what got them in trouble a couple years ago, but they buy data from outside sources, and now they don't share it with advertisers, but they still have that data, and now they know all this other stuff about me. They know my financial history. They know about credit card usage. They know about financial situations. They know about vehicles that you drive. They know all of this data. They know what kind of phone I have, what kind of phone my wife has. They know I've got children. They've got all this data, and you can say, okay, go find me other people that look just like the people that have already given us money, and you can serve ads to them. It's a great way. It's a great way to use Facebook to go out and find new people. You've got to have a large enough group to start with. Right now on Facebook, it's at least 50 that you have to go with. But that number, to get really accurate, you probably need to be a little bit more than that to get the best results. A couple hundred is probably going to be the best result. So all of this stuff, it can be very complicated. There's a lot of little nuances. So just as you're looking at doing it yourself, make sure you do the research. Make sure that you don't just hire a kid that knows Facebook. Make sure that they understand the nuances of the program. Invest in training for them. Send them to some digital marketing conferences, or invest in some online courses. But what you don't want to do is go to Facebook and say, hey, Facebook ad expert, show me how to build my ad. Because and Google offers the same service. But what they do is what's their ultimate goal? Their ultimate goal is to get you to spend more. Their goal isn't to make you make more money, but to utilize the portions of the platform that they have opportunity and they have low usage, where they have, think of it as more inventory, and they start sending you down paths that are not the way to help you build your business. It's the way to reach the goals of Google or Facebook. So you want to avoid that, or you hire a professional to do it for you, preferably somebody that knows the marine industry, that knows how to sell boats, that knows more than just getting clicks, but actually taking a click to a lead to a sale to repeat referral business. They understand that whole cycle. We happen to be very, very good at that, and we've recently expanded our team to have more capacity and to grow this portion of our business out, which is super exciting, because the exponential learning that we're getting is just helping all of our clients improve at an even faster rate, which is pretty cool. So that's Facebook ads, and again, for manufacturers, it's manufacturers. This is so exciting, and I'm not seeing many manufacturers making the commitment, and I see a lot of waste on the manufacturer side. So we would love to talk to you about that. So I was going to go into some traditional ads. This is getting a little bit long. I think I'm going to do another episode and get into content marketing and traditional ads, print ads, and billboards. I have several clients that have sent me some of their ads recently that are in print and some magazine and some billboards that there were some pretty glaring opportunities for improvement. So I just wanted to share some of those thoughts with you, and the same thing with the content marketing. and doing search engine optimization is what it's called. But content marketing is kind of one of the big movers to get your website up in the search ranking. So we'll talk about that in a future episode. We've got some great guests coming up. I've got a referral expert that's coming up. She's written a book. I think we're scheduling the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be talking to some. I'm not sure if it's Liz or Matt or somebody at MRAA about Dealer Week. Kind of get the insights there, get some of the inside scoop. Have another one scheduled with Jonathan at Boating Industry, talking about Elevate and getting to know what's going on there, and some other exciting stuff coming down the line. So look forward to that. And again, if you're interested in digital marketing for your dealership, go to boatdealerprofits.com/digital checklist, and you can download your own digital checklist there to make sure that you're avoiding some of the mistakes and avoiding the waste that we talked about. And you can also give us a call and talk about the packages that we have. Right now, we have everything that we're customizing for clients. We have some basic overall packages, but we can put something together for people that are serious about it. If you're just looking to dab your toe in for a month and see what happens, I'm not going to waste your money because you're not going to get the results that you should. It's just too short of a period. But if you're committed for a long-term success in digital marketing and really figuring this out and growing it for your marketplace and your dealership, then you should definitely talk to us because we are the experts when it comes to that in the digital marketing space as far as getting results and profits. So thank you very much for listening. We will talk to you next time. Take care, everybody.